see a lot of young people who leave. They go to school here and they leave. Can't wait to get out of this city because we don't have this and we don't have that. I started looking at how can I create a feeling and understanding that in order you have to stay here in order to create change. There's something here for you. But a person has to have a vested interest in a place to create change, to care about it at all. So I own this. My grandmother came here in 1920. My mother worked hard. They worked hard and bought me a piece of this city. It's mine. And that's how I travel through this city. It's mine. I've created programs, and I'm a storyteller. I will talk forever. So just check me. Is that okay? Fine, I can work this. So I've looked at ways using what I have to change the perception, raise the feeling of investment in Boston. I've created programs, especially in the last 5 years. I created Princess Day, celebrating little girls of color. I started it out with, It is now 300 to 400 people come to a park and bring the little girls. They come from throughout New England to celebrate princesses. In fact, I just got recognition from the Boston City Council for creating Princess Day. This is its 5th year. That's for the little ones. I'm very linear. I created a program called Mother and Father Wit Life Lessons, teaching elders to be storytellers. My students are 65 to 85. This program has been going on for 3 years. They perform. We performed at Haley House. We performed at Old South Meeting House in the Kroc Center. I went to Old South Meeting House and said, I'm reclaiming this. And the woman just looked at me. And then she had 2019, I am creating a gathering of aunties for women. Now, the point of this is to ask questions of your aunties that you won't ask your mom. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what an auntie is for. All of these programs are things I've seen in my own family, and that's where they come from. The term of being an elder, so that's my Sankofa. Oh, the other thing, I specialize in Nina Simone's music. My newest program, concert, is Nina Simone and hip hop. Yeah, that was the other recognition. I'm trying to take what I know, what I've learned, what I've experienced, and put it together with a rhythm or a rhyme for a younger audience. That is my way of redefining Sankofa. The part of the art of being an elder, I'm still working through that. But I do know this.
We're here for you.
Oh, thank you, baby. I'm not hiding my age anymore. I'm tired of that. You either accept me for who I am and what I have and understand that, or you step on, because I have to continue. The other part of that is I am going to start prejudging. I have my one-woman show coming out next year. It's called Valerie. I am not your preconceived notion. I'm moving on. So we look back, and we talked about the way to move this by looking back and moving to the future, and what was suggested to me is a song. When I perform in storytelling, I always have a song, and I always get the audiences to sing with me, because I feel that an audience that sings together is a stronger community. When you raise your voice with someone else, whether you know that person or not, you are closer to that person. So we're going to look at a song that was actually, it's an old spiritual, and it was first sung in 1871 by the Fifth Jubilee Singers, but it was brought back out during the Civil Rights Movement. It is Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Round. Now, how many people have heard that? Oh, somebody over there. Okay, we gonna work this, y'all. All right. Before we get into the song, let me say this to you. I am truly blessed by your presence. If I've learned anything as I've gotten older, those people who come in contact with you, be they positive or are working through their own negativity, they are a gift. Learn. Life is full of lessons. Learn the lessons they bring you. If it's nothing other than don't go down that street no more. There's lessons everywhere. Pay attention. Now, the song is very simple. Now, the way they used it in the 50s, you can put other things in it. The song was, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, gonna get to freedom land. Y'all got that? And then you can put other things if you want to use this. You could, I ain't gonna let 45 turn me around. Turn me around. I ain't gonna let 45 turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, gonna get to freedom land. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. Going back and pulling it forward, it still works. Thank you. We're going to make this community even stronger. We're going to sing this song. Don't get shy, y'all. Don't shy up on me. One of the beauties of being an elder, you can call folks out in a heartbeat. I ain't got no problem with that. So, are you ready to sing with me? Yeah. I don't believe you. You ready to sing with me? Yeah! Let's do this thing. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, gonna get to freedom land. Turn up the lights, y'all. Turn up the lights. Turn up the lights. Who works the lights? Y'all pay them. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Okay, I got lost. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around. Yes. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking. Keep on walking, gonna get to freedom land. Okay, what? Gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around. I sing it. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, gonna get to freedom land.
Thank you. I wasn't lying when I said we were piloting this, because I really didn't know if we could pull it off. And I just have to tell you, because we couldn't actually pull this off, the idea was for us to dance out to the beer garden in song, but my hair can't get wet. So sometimes the movement just has to stop for vandalism. And that's okay. Look how good everyone looked in the movement. Martin Luther King was sharp. Thank you so much. I'd like to ask everyone one more time. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, thank you for sitting with me. I appreciate you. Please follow us at the Urban Labs with a Z, with a Z, the Urban Labs Z. You can follow all of us. We're all on Twitter. And come back next year. We're going to do this much larger. And we'll also be joined by some celebrities. So follow us,